The Clippers fell to the lowly Minnesota Timberwolves tonight at home, 104-101. It's their first game playing since Chris Paul injured his thumb. He'll be out 6 to 8 weeks. Do you think LA can stay afloat now missing both of their superstars, CP3 and Blake Griffin?
I think it's going to be really tough. Blake Griffin was a huge blow for this roster, but Chris Paul's the coach on the floor. He's the floor general that kind of makes the whole engine go. And without him in there for that extended amount of time of up to 2 months maybe, it's going to be really hard. I mean, obviously, you look at the box score tonight, and DeAndre Jordan has a great game, 29 and 16. He's 12 of 15 from the floor. But from the backcourt, and I know Austin Rivers gets a ton of crap, but I think a lot of people it rubs them the wrong way that the coach's son is on the team, that there's some sort of nepotism going on there. I think Austin Rivers gets a bad rap, and I think he's actually a better player than people think, but he's not Chris Paul. You look at Jamal Crawford, who's a tremendous player and a multiple six-time Sixth Man of the Year award winner. But again, he's not Chris Paul. His role is not that of which is the creator for the whole team.
Right.
He's one that knows his role. There's a reason he's won the Sixth Man of the Year award several times. He comes in, he scores, instant offense. They need the guy that can kind of make everything go, and make DeAndre go consistently. DeAndre had a great game tonight, but he's so much better when Chris Paul's in there. I think it's going to be tough. They're in the 4 seed right now in the Western Conference, sitting behind Houston, San Antonio, and Golden State. I think they're certainly going to slip. So it depends on what your definition of stay afloat is. I think they stay in the Western Conference playoff picture, but I start to look at teams like Utah. I start to look at teams like Memphis, and there's a couple drops of blood in the water now for teams like that who can sense an opportunity to leapfrog the Clippers. Now that no Blake, no CP3, they're going to struggle.
I wonder if Griffin accelerates his timetable to return. And here's the good news if you're a Clipper fan. He is sprinting and going through basketball drills without the need of a brace. So his 4 to 6 week recovery following his December 20th injury, we're starting to see the most ambitious part of that, the 4-week period, but you don't want to push it, especially with a guy like Blake Griffin who has had injury problems in his past.
We're going to have to see exactly how the next 2 weeks go, 3 weeks go, because if they can kind of play play around 500, maybe a couple games over 500, it'll really help to say, okay, Blake, just take a couple breaths. We don't need you to rush back and risk any injury. Look, Felton's going to have to step up. Austin Rivers is going to have to step up. They're going to have to get scoring from other guys. They're going to have some guys be a bit of a chameleon with their roles as far as assuming the role of floor general without CP3.
Tough start to the CP3-less part of the season as he's gone 6 to 8 weeks. Their first game without Chris Paul, they lose at home to the Minnesota